Shalom, Akim. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS, who teach and rule well. And say thanks to Allah, Akim, all four corners of earth, who's pushing the truth and sincerity. Shalom, Akim. I'm going to get into this little video I made right here, put together rather, just showing how, the wickedness of Esau and how it doesn't leave him. He has these different jobs in the society, and he's just as evil and wicked with these jobs. I was watching this video and something I already know, here in Chicago, but this was happening in Detroit where, a fireman called, some people called the fire department. They came by, the black firemen were there. It was black people out there, and the white fireman felt threatened or, felt some type of way, so he decides to leave, and he was the chief at the scene. And so the next higher in command, the black guy, he calls in and lets the other chief know what happened and what occurred, and if he could come help out with the situation. This is something that happens here in America a lot. You gotta understand that a lot of these professional, whether they're doctors, lawyers, judges, police officers, fire department men, they're all a part of the Ku Klux Klan. They have these, they call them weekend warriors. They have different names for them when they link up at these different lodges and meetings places. They're even in the cartoons that they put in. I was watching Flintstone the other day. Flintstone was a part of a lodge, So Esau has a thing with these little secret hidden societies and secret agendas that he does. And, these little groups that they meet up with, they keep their forefathers' plans going, man. Whether it be, and what I mean by their plans is, because they have to have that, they got to keep that little money going. They got to keep that money going and hide that secret. There's a saying in the South that, a lot of the Edomites that have land and stuff, that somewhere on their land is buried relics of slaves, some type of thing going back to slavery, whether it was a notebook from the slaves, whether it was, some old literature that the slaves wrote, or pictures or something going back to slavery is on all these Edomites' land. But what do? Right now they play their role as though they had nothing to do with it. Family had no hand, took no part in it, everything. So that's how the devil works, man. He tries his hardest to hide his hand in the matter, Well, I'm going to bring out this little video right here and bring some verses out. I'm bringing this out first. This is Psalm 73:3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. And like I said, man, a lot of these top-end jobs, these working jobs, these blue-collar so-called jobs, whether it be construction, plumbing, these jobs are all taken up by Esau, And at one point, we know that we were the ones doing that because we were the ones in slavery. We know how the labor laws go. We know how the labor system came into play. At the end of the Reconstruction era, we had all the skills and trades, and Esau had nothing. He just knew how to look over us when we were doing the work. So he had to devise something called the labor union, which came out and made sure that he was on the top boss of the labor, and we were the workers, if we even got the jobs, because these were high 20 plus paying $20 an hour jobs and hiring up, man. These were your backbones of your community, and this is what America was built. This is what this wicked place was built on. Mainly our backs. And after we came out of slavery and they had the Reconstruction there, now we got paid, but it was damn near nothing, and gave us all sorts of, gave you a little land and called you a sharecropper too on top of that. These are the different games that Esau played. So he says, Psalm 73:4, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Yeah, the Esau can go to these different meetings and speak about us and talk about how they hung us and, parade and dance around, and it's okay. They put it on, once we used to get hung in slavery, they put us on postcards. They would cut our private parts off and put them on postcards. This was a picnic. This was an annual, this not even annual, this was a weekly event. Esau hanging us, so he took pride in doing these evil things, man. And nor are they in trouble, because even though they would go out on a weekend and do these things, they could come back on a Monday morning and wash their hands and be the judge of the town, be the mayor of the town, a different high official of these towns. These are the jobs that this devil gets, man, for doing wickedness, man. Let me play some of this video.
Publicly state that they're a peaceful, law-abiding organization protected by the First Amendment.
Look at that, protected by the First Amendment law-abiding citizens, man. Right here, these 4 dudes with these hoods on are professionals in somewhere in society, man. You know, Esau don't play that, man.
However, in secret, they constantly discuss violent acts in support of their ideology. They used terms that I wouldn't use. They used terms.
They constantly discuss ways to bring us down, man. That's their whole job. This is Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. And America has been a big stumbling block for our people, man. They thought that this was a place of rest. They thought this was a place where we could get ahead. And all they did was showed you that you can get ahead in the jail system, and which would be the you'd be the laughing stock of the nations, of the people on earth here in Babylon, man, the Great. That's the only things that Esau has given you. You know, those would have been your guidance here in Babylon, man. You know, you're either in jail, or we'll give you for every hundreds of you Negroes, we'll give you a Michael Jordan or Oprah, an entertainer for you to look at, man. You know. And what does that do, man? That just dumbs down the people, man. These are the only things that you can do, man, and be a gangbanger. But this was all programmed. This is all what Esau does, man. You know, he says for Proverbs 4 and 16, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall, man. Here in Babylon the Great, he's taking down the Israelites, man. This has been our place of punishment. He's been over us for, and his rule is coming to an end. But at the same time, the devil's coming down with great wrath right now. You know, and he's right now he's being bolder and bolder. They used to have the whole mask over their face when they ride out and put on those white Ku Klux Klan uniforms. Now they have the open face to them now. So they're being bolder and bolder.
That began with letter N. And from day one, I decided that I would never use that word, even if it created a more dangerous situation for myself. So when I'm with these guys, I'm in that character. I realize that at any moment, I could hear a bang.
If you were found out during this...
Why is that? Because he's speaking out against his own brothers and sisters, man. He was once in that circle, man. He'll admit it in the video. I didn't record the whole video. I just gave him a minute or two of the video, but these devils, once they somehow fall out of the circle, they decide to turn on their friends, man. And like I said, at one point he was reaping the benefits of the Klan, and now look at him. He wants to speak out against them now, man. This is Psalms 35 and 19. Let them that are my enemies wrongfully rejoice over me. Slacking, let me start that again. This is Psalm 35, 19. Let not them that are my enemies wrongfully rejoice over me. Neither let them wink with the eye, they that hate me without a cause, man. Esau hates us, man. He hates us, for they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land, man. And I just gave you a rundown of how, we were in the land and we were taken care of and had all these good jobs, and then all of a sudden Esau, he said, enough's enough. These Negroes are trying to build here and be better than us here, man. That was the number one thing, man. They were jealous, man.
Operation recording these conversations. What do you think would happen to you?
I'd be murdered, without a doubt.
But Moore decided to take that risk anyway. By 2014, he'd become a Grand Nighthawk, or security officer in the KKK. It was then that he was approached by 3 fellow Klan members who were current and former guards at a state prison. They wanted his help to murder a black inmate. One of those guards was Charles Newcomb.
See, look at this. Once again, I tell you, these are the professionals. Guards, your inmate guards are plotting to kill you, man. This is Psalms 28 and 3. Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts, man. You're supposed to be a peace officer. You're supposed to be upholding the law. And mischief is in your heart, man. This is what's in his heart, man. This devil really, really has hatred towards us, man. A perpetual hatred towards the Israelites, man. And he shows it in his laws. He shows it on TV and his entertainment. You know, he shows it at the job force, at regular old mom and pop jobs. He shows himself.
Exalted Cyclops of the Florida chapter. Moore alerted his FBI handlers to the plot and began making secret recordings. Eventually, the FBI staged a photo of the inmate's death.
Some people choose to continue to contribute to the problem. Some people choose to be part of the solution.
Yeah, and this devil, you know, once again, as the end is coming, their system is coming to a collapse. He wants to try to do the right thing. And then we'll see a lot of them, they'll try to do the right thing in these days. You know, we'll see a lot of them turn cold on each other. The house divided. Scriptures speak about that. That being said, I hope this is edifying. Shalom, Maki.